Do you long to know your destiny? Does your passion align with your purpose? Do you want the Word of God active and alive in your life? Join Susan as she inspires, empowers, and brings truth to people from all walks of life, causing them to break through and arise into their destiny.
Hi, and welcome to Arise with Susan. I'm Susan Cheatham, and I'm so excited to have you with me today. Thank you for all your support, all your encouragement with the show, with this ministry. You just really blessed me so much. And I have another amazing program planned for you today, one that's going to help you, one that's going to jumpstart you into health. That's what we want. We want good health. We want to live our lives how God created us to live. We don't want to just survive. We want to thrive with our health. And so we've got some answers for you today. I am here with my good friend Nancy Ermert.
Hi.
Thanks for coming on my show. I'm so excited because I know that one of your main concerns is our health, because my friend here is an RN. She's a registered nurse, and she also has her bachelor's of science in nursing as well. You've been nursing for almost 20 years. Mm-hmm. Wow. And so she has obtained her degree through Madonna University in Livonia, Michigan. Now, Nancy's background is in ICU, telemetry, post-anesthesia recovery, and recently she is a professor at Central Arizona College. Good for you.
Yeah, I really enjoy it.
I bet you do. Yeah. I bet you're amazing, and I bet they're getting.
Thank you.
Yes, you're so sweet, and you're just so accommodating. I love Nancy. We're on staff with Katie Souza as well. This girl's rocking, man. There's been some big changes, though, Nancy, in your life. You stepped into a small business realm where you're bringing your experience in healthcare to provide natural vitamin injections that offer solutions to maintain a healthy and happy lifestyle. Who doesn't want that, right? So in her free time, though, she enjoys scrapbooking, spending time with her family, and volunteering with the Community Emergency Response Team in Maricopa, Arizona, with our dear friend JM.
Yes, he's a great leader.
I love JM so much. So welcome again.
Thank you.
And today we've got a great show planned because we're going to talk about these injections, what they can do, the benefits. I'm just so excited to have you on. And the popularity of these injections has grown immensely, which is a good thing. So we're going to begin here, though. What made you decide to start a business?
Well, that was the last thing on my mind, Susan. I was comfortable working in the hospital, and then things started to change drastically, and I felt the shift, and then I just felt the grace lift. So normally, when you leave a job, you have another one lined up. Well, that didn't happen for me. All the doors were closing, and I said, come on, God, what's going on? Well, then sometime after that, I was invited to a business prayer group out of my church, and a lot of my friends were there, and in particular, one of my friends is also a nurse, and she said, Nancy, she said, you've been doing B12 injections for some of our friends on the side. I really could see you doing this as a business. I thought about it, and all my friends kind of rallied around me and said, yeah, Nancy, you should give it a shot. You could do it. And so I pursued it, and here we are.
Here we are, and we're promoting it. Come on.
That's right.
So what is the name of your business?
It is Vitamins for Vitality. Yeah. And Dave Alley, he helped me come up with that name. He's a great guy.
Yes, he is. I love the word vitality because it just it's just life is in that word. Yes. And we want that. We want vitality. We want energy. Yes. So it's a perfect name. And that's what vitamins do.
That's right.
They help us be, have a clear mind, a clear heart. And you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So what are some of the benefits of the injections? Let's talk about that. Let's just get into it.
Sure. Okay. Well, I'll break it down. We'll start with vitamin B12. Okay. And there's so many benefits for B12, but I want to target mostly what my clients clients like B12 for, and that's to get rid of, number one, brain fog. So if you're somebody who wants to write a book, or let's say you're pulling an all-nighter to study for an exam in the morning, B12 is what you want to go for.
Right on.
A lot of people also like it just to boost energy so they can get more done. Maybe you're a mom at home with twins and you just don't have enough energy or enough time in the day. So you might want that B12 injection. It's also very good for people who battle mood disorders, depression.
Oh, that's good.
Fatigue, maybe somebody who has a chronic illness like Parkinson's or cancer. It's beneficial there too.
Oh, right on.
And then also I provide vitamin C, and that's a big seller right now during flu and cold season because it's it boosts your immune system, and it's a powerful antioxidant.
Yes, it is.
Many people also don't know that it helps keep your heart healthy, and we're always about keeping our heart healthy.
It's true.
It's a vital organ.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and then my third injection that I offer is vitamin B complex. Now that's a multiple of Bs, combined B1 through 8, and also B12 is included in that. And there's many benefits there with B complex. A lot of people like to use that because it's a fat burner.
Who doesn't want to burn fat?
Yes, yes. But in order to do that, you have to have a healthy liver.
Okay.
So your B vitamins help promote a healthy liver. And in your liver, it creates bile. Bile is that component that melts the fat. And then, and then you've got the B12, which is going to boost your energy. So you put the two of those together, and you're ready to go.
You're rocking, man.
You're going to lose weight, have the energy to exercise. So that's what you want.
Exercise.
Yeah,
You'll have energy to exercise. You'll have the want. It'll give you the want to.
That's right. The stamina, the vitality.
Yeah, right. There's that vitality. See, it's in the vitamins, my friends. It's in the vitamins.
Yeah.
So and now you touched a little bit on vitamin C being a help for cancer patients.
Yes.
Can you talk a little bit about that?
Absolutely. That's a passion of mine. We don't condemn or criticize or judge anybody that goes with traditional treatments.
Absolutely. That's right.
But vitamin C is God created in our foods, but we don't get enough of it. And vitamin C, what it does is it protects the cell, okay? And chemotherapy does the opposite that vitamin C does.
Okay.
So chemotherapy doesn't know the difference between a good cell and a bad cell, so it kills them all. And when that happens, it decreases your immune system. So now you're targeted to, invite other germs and things and whatnot, and you get sick a lot easier. But with vitamin C, it does the opposite. It boosts your immune system and it protects the cell. So at high doses, cancer patients would need to receive high doses with an IV infusion. Okay, and there's documented proof that it does kill cancer. And a lot of pharmaceutical companies, they won't promote that, and they won't put in money for more research because they can't market it. They can't
keep it for themselves.
That's right. Because
they can't have the corner on
that's
it.
right. They can't patent it.
Right, that's the word I was looking for.
Yeah, they can't patent it because it's in our food. And who created our food? God did.
That's right.
So he's got the patent on it.
Come on. That's
right. And so that's why I think that there's so much going on in the world today, and so many people, if like you had said earlier, my people perish for a lack of knowledge. And when you don't explore your options and see what's, find out for yourself. Don't just let your doctor tell you, well, you've got to do it this way. There's so many other options. And you don't have to resort to what, their choices are.
Right. Well, what I appreciate about you is that you are a registered nurse. You are part of the medical field, but you're willing to take the step out of that realm and investigate and bring and touch it all. Because we love our doctors, we love, we're not, that's not what this show's about, what we're talking about, but we want to be healthy and live our God-created destiny And through this, we can do that.
That's right.
We can do that.
That's right.
And through these injections, it just helps. It just helps give you a little push to make it through.
Right. That's right. That's right.
So, vitamin B. Now, talk to us about vitamin B. Some about the pills. The pill form is not as good as the injection. So talk to us about that.
Well, they are water soluble. When you ingest pills, it has to pass through your gut. So when it's passing through your gut, you're not getting the full benefit of that. It's pretty much useless with the B12.
Yeah.
But when you receive an injection, you're getting the full benefit. You're getting all of the vitamin. You're not losing any of it because it's going right into your bloodstream. And that's what you want.
That's what you want.
So instead of wasting your money and flushing it down the toilet, that's literally what's going on, when you're ingesting it. Now, some vitamins, that's not the case. But with the vitamin Bs, that's what's happening.
Yeah. Well, I've been taking vitamin B, and my pee glows. It's glowing. And so that tells me that I'm flushing more than I'm absorbing.
Right.
Is that?
Sure. Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Because I'm like, that just doesn't make sense. If your body is absorbing it, then it wouldn't be in the toilet. So you truly are flushing. So and really talk about how often do you have to get these injections? What do you what's the
everybody's metabolism is different. So, and if you have a deficiency, then you're going to require more.
Oh, right.
And we always recommend, if you see my disclosure on my website, that you see your primary doctor and get approval before that, because we always want to make sure that we're lining up with what your doctor has planned for you. We don't want to assert anything, his authority. And so usually a healthy person normally will come to me, and they want to go from feeling good to feeling great.
Okay.
So they'll get the vitamins, and like I said, it's a variety. Sometimes the vitamin B12 will stay in their body for 4 to 5 days.
Okay.
Other people will say, I'm good for a day or 2. So it just depends on their metabolism.
Yeah.
It truly does. It's really hard to say. I know I've had reports come back to me, and as far as the vitamin C goes, that if they're not feeling well, they feel a result right away. Right. And so typically I would give them almost back to back. Give them a couple, usually 2 to 3 vitamin C injections if you're sick. If your glands are swollen, you get a hit with that vitamin C and you're feeling great.
Yeah.
So that's been the report I've been getting even within the last week.
Right on.
So
yeah, and it helps you repel all these the flu and the cold and because we can't be down with all that.
Right.
And if we can have a way of not getting it, we're going to do it.
Right. And another component, another thing that I wanted to mention is we have a lot of vegans out there.
Yes.
Vegetarians, and we get our B12 from red meat.
Okay.
So if you're not ingesting meat, then you're missing out on the Bs, and you could be, deficient in that area. So that's something that you might want to consider.
Right. Absolutely. That's a good point. And don't they detoxify?
Yes.
Can you talk about that just a minute?
That's another component. Well, there's so much to say about that. Where do I begin? With the detoxification, it's a plasma protein prosynthesis.
Yes.
Protein synthesis. Whew, that's a long name. And it's part of the detoxification in your body. And because we break down either in our liver or in our kidneys, it's a cleansing.
Yeah.
And because it's water soluble, it's not going to cause a clogging in our kidneys or our livers, kind of like pipes,
Okay. Well,
So, you want to flush that out, and it's going to flush your body,
Yes.
It's not 100% foolproof. I mean, you still got to ingest that water because water also will help detoxify you as well.
Okay. Yeah.
But that's a property that it will.
That's good. Okay, so let's talk about your thoughts about faith and medicine.
I believe that they go hand in hand. And as a Christian, you should never be afraid to share the gospel. But in the medical arena, sometimes we don't have that opportunity. There's a lot going on, with skills and things that we have to do. But, preaching the gospel you can do it in so many ways. And the way I have always practiced is I'm a carrier of his presence.
Yes.
So when I go in to take care of a patient, whether it's in a hospital setting or my clients in their home, I'm going to demonstrate his love, his mercy, and his compassion.
Right. Yes.
And that's releasing God's love. That's who he is. And we are his hands and feet. And so I believe that every opportunity that presents itself, absolutely, but just know that there's so many ways that we can demonstrate who God is through the way we act, through the way we respond.
Right. That's good. That's so good. So how do you see God using your business?
Well, I'm excited because I know there's so much going on right now. Revival is breaking out, and I'm excited to see what God's going to do on the earth. I know that we've heard a lot of talk about signs, wonders, and miracles.
Right.
And you know, Susan, I don't want to be a spectator.
I know, right?
You know, I'm not a famous chemist or, you know, any well-known name, but God said he takes the foolish things to confound the wise. And, you know, I'm not belittling myself either, but I'm just saying, you know, God, you have given me an opportunity to be your voice, and I know that you will take what I have and you're going to use it for your glory.
Yeah, right.
And so we touched on a little bit about cancer. And I want to see God use me in that arena.
Yeah.
And, you know, I like to use the parallel of the nurse and doctor. And in the natural sense, nurses are limited in what we can do. We can't prescribe and we can't write orders. The doctor has to do that.
Right.
So for instance, let me just draw you a scenario.
Okay.
In the post-anesthesia, the recovery room, the doctors write standing orders.
Okay.
So when the patient comes out, you don't have to wait for the doctor to come out and give you orders or write them. They're a standing order. So you know when that patient comes out, if they're in pain, if they're vomiting, you can go ahead and get the medications they need right away.
Okay.
The same thing in the spirit. We have a great physician.
Right on.
And he's written a standing order. And that standing order is, he was wounded for our transgressions. He was bruised for our iniquities. The chastisement of our peace was upon him, and by his stripes we are healed.
That's so good.
I'm his nurse. He's the great physician. I go and take that standing order. Now I have a legal right.
Come on, she's preaching now. Come on, girl.
Because I can't do it, even in the natural sense. I can't write the order.
Right.
And the doctor gives us a standing order, so I have a legal right to give that medication.
That's right, you do, girl.
So now I have a legal right to take, God said, the great physician said that by his stripes they're healed. So I'm going to come along that cancer patient that went through the chemotherapy and they were sent home, the traditional treatments didn't work, and they were sent home with no hope. They were sent home with a poor prognosis that they have 3 months to live, they have 6 months to live, they're going to die. I can come along them and say, guess what? There is hope. God gave me this opportunity to use these vitamins, and now I've partnered with the great physician, and he said, you're healed. That's where the hope comes in, I'm partnering with that.
That's so good.
And so I believe that in this next season, that cancer, there's a cure for cancer.
Come on.
And I'm going to be a part of that. And I believe God's going to use me.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Well, you've come into agreement. You're walking His authority.
That's right.
You're agreeing with what He's doing on the earth.
That's right.
How can you not?
That's right.
You know, we're following Matthew 10:1. He's given you authority.
That's right.
Come on.
So we just step into it.
Yeah, that's so good. That is good right there. So was that your business and your mission for your ministry?
Yes, that's my passion.
I can tell.
I mean, I don't even know what that looks like right now, I'm a planner and a list maker, and I'm organized, and I like to see the plan, and God says, we're going to wipe the table off with all your plans and all your agenda, and you're just going to trust me. So that's what I'm doing. I feel like a kid in the grocery store. Have you ever seen one of the parents where they grab their child by the hand, and they're just walking through, and the kid has no idea where mom is taking them, if they're going to go down this aisle or that aisle. They're just going along. They trust their mom.
Yeah, they do.
It's the same way. We've just got to trust the Lord. And that's what He's asked me to do. And so I'm going to obey Him, and I'm just going to go along for the ride.
What a beautiful thing. What a beautiful trust. That is that child trust, that childlike faith. And that's what we got to have. I mean, for you to step out, I mean, from working at the hospital, but God.
That's right.
But God.
That's right.
You've given, it's like, I can work with that. You know, God can work with that.
Absolutely.
You've given something to work with. You've come in agreement with what He's doing.
That's right.
You want to be a part. You know, it's just like a long time ago, I heard Mike Bickle say, he goes, I want to be on that planning, the cutting edge of what Jesus is doing.
Right.
I want to be in that staff meeting with Jesus.
Yeah.
You know,
that's good.
and I'm like, ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
And you are in that.
That's right.
You're in that zone. I'm so proud of you. It's an amazing thing that you're doing. And so now there's one more thing that you are doing. There's something that you're doing. Tell me about the health and wellness fairs you are putting together in Maricopa, Arizona.
Yes, that too was a God thing. So many of you know who Patricia King is.
Yes.
She's a mentor of mine. And she came alongside me and she said, you know, Nancy, she gave me some great tips in that. And she said that if you would like to use Shiloh Fellowship's multi-purpose room to have nutrition in service or something like that that's free to the community, go ahead and take your liberty and do that. So I thought about it and I sat on it for a little while.
Sure.
And then I got this idea, you know, I could do that, but why not bring everybody in on it?
That's amazing.
And so I decided to have a health and wellness fair. Well, little did I know what I was in for. It's a lot of work, but it's been a lot of fun. Yeah. And so I wanted to kind of give back or pay it forward to the community.
Man, that's so good right there.
You know, it's like if you're busy taking care of somebody else, God's going to take care of you.
It's true. That is so true, Nancy.
And so I started getting a hold of a lot of the vendors that were locally in Maricopa and introduce myself to them and tell them we want to have a health and wellness fair and we want to invite you. And we're not going to charge a fee for your table. Just come and bring your merchandise, bring, you know, your flyers, and we want to let the community know what services you provide and products so that they can see that, hey, they can get it right here in Maricopa.
Right.
And so that's what we have set out to do. And we thought maybe it would be 25, 30 vendors. Well, we're over 40 vendors and we have a waiting list.
It's grown in a week.
Yes.
Or 2 weeks since we talked.
Yes.
That's awesome. That's
so that's going to be in February the 17th on a Sunday afternoon. And it's from 12:30 to 3, and we've got vendors all through our parking lot, and inside we've got cardiologist, therapist, you know, just the list goes on. But it's going to be a lot of fun. And a lot of giveaways. And,
giveaways and drawings and stuff
drawings.
like that. Well, I just feel like this is not just going to be a one-time thing. I think, you know,
I keep hearing that.
I think it's, I'm not, you know, I just feel like it's going to be more than a one-time, and it's going to be something that's going to grow and be it's a big deal. And you don't have to live in Maricopa to be a part, to come. Right. You do not have to. You do not. Wow. Nancy, I'm so excited because, I mean, health is on people's minds.
It is.
You know, and I've been doing shows about health and you know, spirit, mind, body.
That's right.
You know, all of us being healthy.
Yes.
And, you know, and we need a healthy spirit too.
That's right.
And if you don't know Jesus, He can make your spirit healthy.
That's right.
If you want to receive Him as your Lord and Savior, just, you know, we can do that.
That's right.
And that He makes your spirit whole. And so if you want to do that, just pray with me and just say, Dear Jesus, forgive me of my sins. Come into my heart. I will serve you. In Jesus' name, amen. That's it. Amen. That's it. That's all you have to do.
That's right. That's
and your
it's
spirit
so
is your spirit is good. And then we just have to work on everything else. He's the great shepherd.
He will give us the grace to do it.
He will.
He sure will.
He will. He'll give us the grace to do it. I'm so excited about, you know, what we talked about today. And if Nancy's information is on the screen, you want to get in touch with her, you know, she comes to you, and there's, you know, instructions on her website and how it all works and everything. We're running out of time. We can't get into all that.
That's fine.
But I'm telling you, these injections are doing a lot of good for a lot of people. And I've even heard of people getting healed of Hep C with the
that's
vitamin
awesome.
C.
That's
so,
wonderful.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's just an amazing thing that
Yeah.
God's created that we
Absolutely.
can tap into,
That's
my
right.
friends, and use that for our benefits.
Amen.
So, Nancy, it's been a wonderful, quick few minutes, right?
Yes, yeah. Thank you for having me.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad. And so, all the information you need is right here. And thank you for watching Arise with Susan. And until next time, hugs to you.